Alright, so this will be day one of my new small account challenge with a starting balance of $1,757.60. So for this challenge, we're going to be trying to take this account from the starting balance of 1,700, and we're going to be taking it all the way up to hopefully 25,000 and get it above the PDT level for a US broker. So right now we're using CMEG, which is an offshore broker located in Trinidad, and this allows me to day trade more than 3 times in a 5-day span, which is great for growing a small account. It also allows me to use margin and leverage, although I won't be using that for the first couple of weeks because I want to grow this slowly and take my time getting consistent with the trading with real money. So today is day one, and another thing we are going to be doing is only taking one trade a day for these first couple of weeks. That way if it's a red trade, we can just stop the day there. We don't have to snowball into any big red day. And if it's a green day, we just take our profit off the table. So today, we had a basically break-even trade. There's nothing really much to talk about here. We have 700 shares traded, so 350 in, 350 out, and that gave us $1.50 in profit, which after fees and commissions will be around minus 350, because this number isn't exactly accurate, so I always make it a little bit less than what it is. So it's probably like 350 we're down, which is negligible. It's like 1 cent per share. So I'm not too concerned about that. I'm actually pretty excited that today wasn't a catastrophic red day. So today we traded EBK, and what we were looking at was we were trading at pre-market. We had saw that this move had gone from 240 all the way down here, all the way to 480, almost a 100% move. And from there, we mapped out the level of 485, and we started watching it around here. And when we saw it come up and hit this 430 level, we saw that that was going to be our pre-market pivot. And so ignore these long wicks. This always happens at 8 a.m. Eastern time. We get a lot of just random orders just going through way above and way below the prices. And it'll create these long wicks, but if you just ignore those wicks, you can see that the actual body of those candles is still trading within this range of 360 and 430. So what I saw is we have a high of 485. We pull back, we're selling off below VWAP, which is this pink line right here. That's our VWAP. And then we come up for a little bit. We hit 4, come back down, and we break 4, hitting 430. And that's going to be our pre-market pivot. And so I'm looking for the break of 430 and then seeing this taking profit through the pre-market high of 485. So as we go in here, I'm looking at this, looking at the curl. I want to see it get above VWAP first. So this pink line, I want to see it get above there. And as we're waiting, so we take our initial entry at 409, which is around where the VWAP was at the time. It's breaking VWAP here. We had some 5-minute consolidation. On the 5-minute chart, we had 3 bars all underneath the VWAP. So as we broke, I took an initial starter of just 100 shares. I had a max share size for this trade. I wanted to max out at 400 shares. However, the trade ended up going south after I had gotten in 350 shares. So I ended up selling the rest of them out for break even without getting a chance to add. So we get this initial push up. And we hit a high of 418 on that candle. We got it at 409. We're up 9 cents on 100 shares. So after that, we get a little pullback. We hit 420. And as we get these 2 pullback candles, I see on this next candle, we're breaking that first 1-minute candle to make a new high at 415. And I get in at 418. I get a little bit of slippage there. I was lagging a little bit. 418 is where I got in for the break of 420. We break 420. Let me zoom in here. There we go. We break 420 on this next candle, and we're looking like we're going to break 430 with the amount of volume coming in. See, we have this big green volume candle. We have a lot of volume coming through on the break of 420 towards 430. Unfortunately, it doesn't break, but that's with hindsight. We didn't know that at the time that it wasn't going to break. We had a lot of volume coming in, and it looked like it was going to make that push through 430 into the 440s, 450s area where we would try to take profit. However, we add at 424, getting in a little bit early for that break of 430. We take off a little bit at 425 just in case the break doesn't happen. So that was the one good thing we did. We took off a little, half our profit at 425 just in case the break didn't happen. We hit 430. There ends up being a huge hidden seller there. And because it's pre-market, we don't have enough volume to push through that hidden seller. And the price plummets back down to 417 where it closes. On the next candle, I see it hit 418 there, and then the second it starts going south, I had the opportunity to sell at the low of this candle at 415. However, I hesitate a little bit, and then that gives me a little bit of slippage towards 411. So that's where I got on my last 175 shares, which ends up making the trade a loss of $3. In the end, though, this was I would take this setup 100% of the time, any day. It was a break of VWAP into a push through that pre-market pivot level of 430. I love that setup, so I would take that any day. It usually works out for me. In this case, it didn't, but as you can see, it's not too risky. We lost $3 on it, and we had 350 shares in the trade, so 1 cent a share is not much of a big deal. So that's our trade for today. We're gonna be taking one trade a day in this small account challenge. Hopefully by the end of the month we'll be at least above 2,500. I'm hoping for that. If not, we can always take it slower. All right, so stay tuned for day 2 of the small account challenge. Bye bye.